They are the immortals, the Saints of '66. When they got together in Launceston last month, their reunion became a call to arms for the team of 2009.
Every boy in the room before Grand Final day, sitting in the room, just hopes that they get somewhere near their best. And if they can perform somewhere near their best, we have a great chance of winning our second premiership.
We were very, very proud that we were the first, but we're very disappointed that we're the only. Every one of the 66 just, you know, it's just gone too long that the club hasn't won another one.
It's been 43 years or something, and, you know, you have to win another premiership. Now, someone else has to savour what it's like. You know, all the other clubs, bar a couple, have won plenty. We haven't, and it's time that these guys did the job.
The Saints are in their first Grand Final in 52 years. And here they come, led by Captain Darryl Baldock.
In '65, we went into the Grand Final as favourites against Essendon, and we got a real bit of a thrashing. And there was an enormous letdown, you know, from that.
Perhaps for Darryl Baldock and the Saints, it'll be their turn next year.
The Saints learnt from their 1965 defeat, but the path to the '66 Grand Final was rocky, especially when feared ruckman Carl Dittrich was rubbed out for 6 weeks, robbing him of a place in the Grand Final.
The thing that dawned on me the most was how would I have felt if we had lost?
Here at the MCG, we find the St Kilda team already out on the ground.
It was like running out in front of the Coliseum, and the roar of the crowd was just absolutely something that struck you immediately.
And I'll tell you what, you could not fit a sardine into the MCG.
I remember when I ran out on the ground before the game, I reckon I'd run a lap and I reckon I could have had a look at my boots and there wouldn't have been any grass on them. I reckon I was about a foot above the ground. You know, it was just so unbelievable, the atmosphere with 110,000 people. It was just all yelling and screaming. It was just fantastic.
Well, here's the bounce of the ball to start the 1966 Grand Final. There it goes, in the air.
He kicks a high one in here towards the centre-half forward, or very... Oh,
but he's in a sitting position to play on. There he goes, he kicks down to the goal square. Oh, they're battering away there. Griffiths gets it across here to Neil. Here's a go. Oh, the kick is smothered magnificent.
Oh, it's a mighty kick.
It's a beauty, I'll tell you what.
It wasn't a great game of football, but it was close, it was hard, it was exciting.
In comes Stewart.
Players from both sides threw themselves at the ball, and the Saints were only 4 points up at the last change. Tottenham's point at the 23.5-minute mark levelled the scores, and the final minutes of that quarter have become part of football history.
It's taken by Green. It's a point. It's a point. St Kilda in front. St Kilda.
It was Bob Courageous' mark that sealed the game for us, as much as what Barry Breen's point did.
It was really just something that had to be done at the time.
A break. Tottenham kicks to centre-half forward. They set themselves. And a mark to Bob Murray. A mark to Murray. 28.5 minutes gone. Hit the boundary line. 28.5 gone.
Bobby Murray marked it. I said to myself, head to the boundary, and even force it over. And of course, Bobby's kicked it that way, and I've ended up with the ball just as the siren's gone. And I thought, well, I couldn't wish for anything more.
There's Murray's kick to the wing position on the outer side.
Carl Dittrich out there. How disappointed he must be, Butch.
An emotional scene. Alan James, look at him. Bobby Rose, look at Bobby Rose.
We'd won the Grand Final, and I remember distinctly what I perceived to be 70, 80-year-old women. They'd waited so long to see their team win a premiership. And all of that emotion, they were openly weeping, and we were running around in the nude. It meant nothing. It was just to them, it was the capitulation of what they'd waited for 60, 70, 80, 90 years. And That stuck with me for all of my life. It's just been one of those memorable things.
It took St Kilda 69 years to win its first premiership. 43 years later, the Immortals are hoping that today the Saints will go marching in.
I think the people supporting the club now will be, just over the moon if they can do it again this year.
We've all agreed we've had our time, we've had our laughs and we've had our fun, and I can tell you we've put the crown on the head and we've held it for a long time, and it's been terrific, I can tell you. But time's up. We all know it, and we'll be there, and the team's good enough to win it if they want to win it. And that is, I mean that. They've got to want to win it and be scared to lose. They'll win it then.
We really hope that they can win, not only for the club, but for the loyal supporters that's followed this club through thick and thin. And it's been some thin years, I can guarantee you. We have a wonderful opportunity.
Great story from Tim Lane, the heroes of 1966 at St Kilda.